Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, we are taking it back to Khan's Standard with one of my favorite team-ups and favorite old school cards ever. Ojutai, Dragon Lord Ojutai was like a dragon, probably the first dragon I truly loved, even though I was around for Shivan Dragon. I don't remember a blue dragon that really hit me the way Dragon Lord Ojutai did, and I've been a huge fan, and I'm excited to play something like it in Standard again, and we have that now in Jeskai Dragons. There's just enough little bit of dragon synergy sprinkled into the set that you have a very powerful shell to work with. Zurgo and Ojutai is my favorite card in the deck. 2 and a blue and a red and a white, 5 total mana, 4/4 mythic legendary creature orc dragon with flying and haste as hexproof if it entered the battlefield this turn, which is very good against Go for the Throat and such. Whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to a player or a battle, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You may return one of those dragons to its owner's hand. So hitting with dragons now gets you cards. I'm in. I love this deal. We have other incentives to play a lot of dragons. Invasion of Tarkir is a battle, and for 1 in a red you get a 5 defense counter battle siege that does damage equal to the number of dragon cards that you reveal from your hand plus 2 to any target. I'm sorry, any other target. That matters with battles. So it can be face burn, it can be planeswalker kill, it can be creature removal, and it's very cheap. And if you have any dragons in your hand, it scales higher than you usually do for 2 little mana and a spell that can hit a target. What are the other dragons in the deck? We got some Mitsushi, we got some Moonveil, we got some Ow, we got some Kairi, we got some Dragon Engines, we got some Shivan Devastators. The most important is probably Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which is not a dragon, but copies things that could be dragons because this card is busted, and a perfect glue card for this specific type of deck, which can often draw the wrong side. Play with Fire. Running Play with Fire because it can hit any target. There are times where we want to go face. There are times when we want to kill Thalia. There are times when we want to kill battles. Play with Fire can do it all and help us scry to curve out better, which is very important in best of 1. We also have 1 invasion of Gobakhan, which is a way to look at the opponent's hand, really help us inform whether or not they're dead, and provides a great protection spell for our dragons if we do transform it. And Nahiri's Warcrafting, first time playing this card, 1 red sorcery with a lot of text that breaks down to 5 damage to a creature, planeswalker, or battle. And then for the excess damage, you look at the top of your library and you can cast a card from among them this turn, but it has to be this turn, which is kind of rough. So that's the deck. We're going to be going out there and trying to nail our opponents with big dragons, and it should be an adventure at the least. So flap your dragon wings, Drakaris. We're going in hot. Let's dive in. Let the draconic nonsense begin. This is plenty of removal for a hand on the draw, so we keep that. And there's a Skrelv. Probably just going to kill the Skrelv. Let's see what they do. The Hive. Yep. Get that off the board. So the Hive is a big pain in the butt. Maybe I was supposed to hold the Play with Fire and use Invasion of Tarkir on the Skrelv just to have it down. We could go face with it though. Yeah. All right. Against a Skrelv's Hive, all this damage can add up very quickly. We can get them in range of just attack with Zurgo and Ojutai very fast. 1 card per turn? Deal. Oh my goodness. This is a Phyrexian too. Interesting. But I think we just go another 4. Another 4. Attack with Zurgo Ojutai. We just have to draw a land and we win. Down to 7. Also, drawing a dragon is nearly enough. Opponent pumps the squad. I mean, you better go, opponent. You better hurry. I'm just the burn deck. If I had gone Play with Fire to the face, we'd be in such a good spot. If we're gonna draw the tap land, that was the time to do it. Bang. All right, can they somehow corrupt me here? Down to 4. Hexproof, baby. We fly. Oh, it's tapped. Read the card. They go to 1 and they win. Oh, read the card. If the play with fire had gone face, I would have won. Good lesson. It's a good lesson. As well as the enter the battlefield tapped, which is now on 2 cards in the standard, including Thalia and the Gitrog monster that I guess we have to get used to. On the play. Just draw a land and we're good. Coast tapped. Sanctum tapped. Coast tapped. Opponent. Sanctum tapped. You missed it. Underground River. All right. Bankbuster. We go face. We scry bottom. Only land on top allowed. 26 lands and we can't get there, huh? Guess not. Gonna be one of those days, but I will show you some pain in the form of dragons. Opponent draws with Buster. Maybe they need a land. Oh, I see. I see your land situation's as good as mine. Please whiff. Please whiff. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Just a little more whiffs. Let's go. That's it. That's the land. Babel, we're going. We're moving. And opponent hits at the same time. Natural. Natural. Very Magic the Gathering of this. Opponent says go. That's a removal spell, isn't it? Engine and 1 at Sushi can go. Let's draw some freshies. Ooh, the Warcrafting and the Invasion. Well, they won't let me attack, will they? Let's find out. Huh. Weird. I want my Invasion. I know they're at 13. I know. What do you think was going to happen when you give a value mage the chance to attack and a battle? What did you think would happen? Elspeth Smite. Okay. Well, I got the treasure, and we might need it. Do I go for Warcrafting? Flip this. The opponent has open mana, so we might see them do the Bankbuster thing in response. Tough call, actually. I think we go for Atsushi, but this is make disappear mana. All right, let's invade Gobakon. Another battle. The hand has 2 make disappears. Good choice. Good choice. Reject Imperfection is a straight up counter spell. There are 3 counter spells here. But if we take the Edict, they can't solve what's on the board, and they do have to deal with the Fable of the Mirror Breaker in some way. Wandering Emperor is also potentially just the best card, but I think it's the Edict. Now what? Do we let them draw with this Bankbuster, or do we try to pressure one of their counter spells? What happens next turn? The same thing. We try to pressure another counter spell. If we go for the Brotherhood's End, they have to counter and then activate the Buster. I think I like that best. They might just choose to activate Buster instead, but then they also lose the treasure. Yeah, they're going for that, which is kind of might be the greedy play, especially now that I can play around their counters, or at least try to make their counters difficult. They do not have Wandering Emperor mana. We will transform. So let's get them to respond to the Nahiri Warcrafting. If they don't respond to that, they're crazy. Like, they have to manage this board. I guess they have a Shieldred's Edict that is now 6 their whole turn, but still sounds crazy to me. They counter it to proliferate what? Nothing. Oh, my battles. Okay. I guess that works. Interesting synergy. Pass turn. Sheoldred's Edict or nothing, right? So let's try to play dragons that the opponent will counter. Let's start with that sushi. Uh-huh. This means that they can't also Edict. Attack our battle. Takes it. Okay. Next turn. Oh, the white source. Wandering Emperor. It's an option. Pass turn. We could go for another Fable, but I want them to use this Make Disappear pretty bad. Let's go for Ao. This should draw the Make Disappear. Yep. So they still don't get to cast the Edict, so they might have to block here. And they do. Oof, they drew another land. All right, they've hit the land spot, which is getting awkward. That's a good draw. This turns into, at the beginning of your end step, +1 on each creature that attack this turn. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Well, let's see if they still have another counterspell. This has hexproof. Resolves. Resolves. Wandering Emperor says we do not attack with the reflection. Hit. Battle. Yeah, I choose the land. Return. Yeah, we have to. Wandering Emperor. Plus we exposed some weakness there just now. Light Shield Array. Creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. Wandering Emperor. Sure.
I'm not overconfident.
Minus for a creature. Plus, interesting. Playing around play with fire. I guess you can kind of see it from this stick. And they hit 3 straight lands. That's Kaya time, maybe. Probably. I don't know how we beat the Kaya. Farewell. Okay, doesn't hit battles, lol. All artifacts, all creatures, all enchantments, all graveyards. This is an enchantment right now. And they're hitting graveyards, so it doesn't matter. Uh-huh. There's a 2/2. All right, let's go here. Here. Ow. This is getting really ugly. It's not like the opponent can't solve this dragon. They definitely can. And this doesn't trigger when a dragon does battle to a planeswalker, which is super sad. Just super duper sad. Uh-huh. Thanks to bust. Draw. They must have the untapped land. Or another removal. Oh, it's a tap land? Okay, so their last card's a go for the throat.
Keep watch for intruders.
Oh ho ho! This deals 4 damage to something. Could be face. Let's go for it. Oh man. So if we go face here, and then Zurgo and Ojutai hits face, they could just be dead next turn if they don't gain life, but they can play Kaya to do that. Maybe they know that. Maybe they don't. You have to believe they have a go for the throat here. Their play makes no sense unless they do. So do we believe in the removal spell? I believe in the removal spell. So I don't think we go face.
That's that.
Well, we'll find out. They're letting me have the attack. This is potentially lethal. I expected something to die by now. I think they just didn't do the math. Or they forgot about the edict entirely. And we are going to win that game. Wow. This deck can grind, I guess. On the play. Colors are there. Let's ride. Are you mono red? Can I draw double red? This is mono red. Well, awkward invasion against Kumano faces Kakazan, so let's just get the pain-free source down. But now we have double red. That's good. It's a Phoenix chick. It's that version. Well, more instant speed removal sure would be nice against that version. But alas, here we are. What to do? If we play the Dragon Engine, this flips and attacks. It's a very bad spot. Nothing about this spot is good. Could get the invasion down and then transform the invasion. I mean, that might be the best line, because having a 4/4 that attacks and does 2 damage to anything is probably stronger than anything else I could do. Just you. They don't need to know about Zurgo and Ojitai here. Actually, they don't need to know about either one. I kind of forgot it's 2 damage at the base. New cards. Oh, we got a reader, mono red. There's this new card type and everything, but you probably don't care, do you? You will when you find out there's one that goes face. Yeah, just keep reading and then time out and miss your attack. That's the line. Caca. All right. Yeah, no kidding, right? But do you hit the land? Doesn't look like it. Okay, another Warcrafting is pretty good. (4/4) acquired, but we have to be mindful that the opponent has pump spells and burn spells and can kill this. So we're probably taking the hit, which sucks, but then we can play Zurgo Ojitai, attack with both, kill these 2, and then hopefully stabilize. Let's see what the opponent plays. Another anger. Oh god, that's vicious. Do we have to take this? I don't know if I can take this. I'm about to play Zurgo and Ojitai. Go to 4, I'm definitely going to die. Yeah, we have to block. Sure. Sure. Scribe bottom. And that sucks. Okay, invasion of Gobakan. If we hit like a play with fire or a lightning strike, then maybe our Dragon Engine can block. What the hell? It's all kinds of garbage. Nighttime, huh? +4/+3, great. It has to be the Strangle. It's the easiest solution here. Do they have another creature? It's the infantry. So let's play the engine. No land. Come on, no land. Come on! Flawless. Absolutely flawless. And they have it because they're just going to use the anger on the thing I don't block. Let's try, though, to scare them. Yep. Flawless mono red. Never didn't have it. I hate it so much. You have no idea how much I hate it. Yeah, you do. You've been watching for a while. You know. Opponent goes first. We have some removal. Let's try it out. Island. Is this going to be mono blue? Deck is probably bad against mono blue. Blue white. Okay. Okay. I guess I go face. You gonna counter that? It's gonna be that kind of game. All right. All right. Try again. You didn't have a syncopate for the Fable, opponent. What you doing? What you doing? Fading Hope the token is whatever. Witness the future. Dude, please give me a dragon so I can roll you for playing this way. I know, sometimes you do what you gotta do, but... Oh, that's a dragon. Opponent is sobbing. Poor thing. They syncopated my battle. They can die. It's fine. Shouldn't have syncopated the battle. Just take the battle and counter the things that are going to flip the battle. Just manage the board, blue-white player. All right, do we run Zurgo and Ojutai into a counter? I think not. However, we do want to occupy their mana. We definitely want to occupy their mana, so let's go for an Angel Fire Ignition. Gotta force them to take action so they don't just draw cards. Yep, that's fine. More bounce, huh? Weird. Union. Opponent wants to play a longer game with us. Once again, probably 2 mana. Could be a syncopate. They're showing us syncopate. They probably don't have make disappear. I think we go for Zurgo and Ojutai. Oh yeah, baby. That is a trigger. I guess I'll take the Sokenzan. And this to hand, decline. And then this is a trigger. And that's why the Dragon Engine is good in the deck. I think I'm going to leave this Zurgo and Ojutai on the battlefield and take a new one. I think that's the play. So decline. Oh no, farewell. Whatever shall I do? Hit. Do we leave it on the battlefield though? Yeah, we do now. As you can see, this is a play pattern that works. Deal with it, opponent. Not like I have another, just waiting. Yep, and I'll draw a card for that. Cool. Could have a syncopate. Let's see if there's a stick when I play this. There is a stick. If that resolves, it's another syncopate, so we don't want to run a Fable or something else into it. Trigger. Regent. Regent is damage. Potential card draw, but notably damage. Whereas Atsushi isn't good against the exile effects. If we bounce this, they might be able to counter it next turn. Like, have a hard counter, so let's decline and make them sweep the board again. But then we're just going to play this coast and say go, and not run anything into the syncopate now. Union will buy some time, but the card advantage is getting dramatically in our favor. Another land. See if we can resolve ow. Syncopate. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's make some little 1/1s and just keep the pressure up. Can't counter that. You got something now? Fading Hope. Wow. Wow. All right, 7 points is the magic number. And that's the power we have left on the battlefield. It's almost like I knew. You got another sweeper, perhaps? Tank, 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 timeout, go, maybe? Oh, it's Jace. Hi, Jace. What you doing?
Minded will be educated in Phyrexia's ways.
Mill me.
I will clear your mind.
That's gotta be good for me. Uh-huh. Bye. You cannot handle the power of dragons.
Incoming transmission.
Cool kids, come in, cool kids. You're cool so you can hear this. We don't have much time. Join me at CovertGoBlue HQ. Follow the coordinates on your screen to CovertGoBlue HQ. CovertGoBlue HQ is your ultimate destination for everything CGB. Get your playmats. Get your shark tokens. And get the first look at all new merchandise that CGB releases. There's even more that's on the way. Gear up with the only merch that's 100% certified by the one in Best of One at the coolest place for the cool kids, CoolStuffInc.com. Head to CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. I'll see you at CovertGoBlue HQ. That's CovertGoBlue HQ.
On the draw with no red is a sad, sad state. Better. Do we put away the Devastator because it's very, very slow on the draw? I think I do. Although it is something I can play on turn 2. Maybe I just put away a land. Double red, double white's important. Put away the Reef. Soldiers, cool. Great, no removal in hand. Protected soldiers. All right, well, the Ocean frontliner means that blocking the Recruiter isn't very good, but I still think we just have to put something on the board. Maybe it can block the frontliner. Brutal Cathar on the Devastator's fine. Could be worse. Ooh, Warcrafting. We'd have to play the spell this turn, so we want to hold that if we can. And there are probably better targets. Let's see if they have another Brutal Cathar. They did slam that Brutal Cathar quick, implying they have 2. Which, I don't know, seems really normal for when I play against soldiers. Flip. Do I discard anything here? This isn't bad. It's pretty good, to be honest. We do not want them transforming that Brood again. We get a play with fire. That's I was hoping for land, but this is fine too. Dead to state-based. Zap. I mean, they're going to get punished for that flip. Like, they were trying not to overcommit to the board, but they're going to get really punished for it. Let's see what they take. They definitely have choices, or it wouldn't stick. Another Brutal Cathar, no surprise. Ooh, that's so good for us if they go for it, because we have another play with fire. Just removal spells and Fable might carry this, even though the opponent had a good start going first. Two Cathars gets 2 plays with fire. Love it. Sweeper off the top is pretty nice. Moonveil Regent on the battlefield. Can be copied by reflection, does have a death trigger. Steel Seraphim Soldiers, huh? So what's the play? We could just slam the Zergo. Could even draw cards off of that play. Then when we attack, we get treasure. Could copy the Regent then, and we'd have blocking. Seems fine. Brotherhood's End could blow up the frontliner. Warcraft could hit the Seraph. That's got to be the best. Decline to discard my hand. Yes, I would like to play that this turn. I think that's the first time I've successfully hit a land off that card. 16 life. Let's be aggressive. Easy 10 points. Frontliner takes one for the team. Down to 8. Crack the Moonveil at the end step, down to 7. And the dragons come roaring back. The shield. The Skrelv. Play with fire right off the top, huh? Your face. The dragon. Roar. Take that action. Make another one. Writing's on the wall. You dead. We go first. We have Fable. Would love to draw something to play on turn 2 though. Cove. Interesting that I keep getting paired against what feels like blue-white decks. Maybe it's the Jeskai-ness in this deck. Just screaming to the matchmaker that that's all I want. More blue-white decks, please. Well, they don't have Counterspell open unless it's Spell Pierce. Could have used this last turn. Let's see what they do. They got Esper colors. And they went tap land, cut down. 2 mana open. The Swirling Sky, huh? Engine? Resolves. Casting it because I expect it to die. Augury. Weird. What you up to? Unless they have Proliferate Synergy, Augury is power crept now by Moment of Truth, so it has to be a Proliferate deck of some kind. Full price March. Cool. So you're telling me Zergo and Ojutai gonna hit? Nice. All right, let's see what we get. Do we get another Zergo and Ojutai? We don't. We do get Fable. We'll take Fable. Do we return this to hand? Do we return this to hand? It's a good question. I think I will. The opponent still has to deal with Reflection of Kiki Jiki. Let's not give them a good sweeper option. Also, it makes the Invasion of Tarkir stronger. Man, so many Union of Third Path decks. It's not that good. It's like kind of a last resort type of card. So let's see if the opponent has something for a Fable when we play around Make Disappear and Syncopate. All right, let's see if they have something for copying a Gabo Shamo. Yes, they do. Go for the Throat. All right, doesn't look like a deck that's going to play creatures, but we got their Go for the Throat. Dang. Think, go. Classic. Let's try chucking the lands for more gas. Well, that worked out. Play around Make Disappear. No, I think we just go for Kyrie. We could also go for the Angel Fire here. But still not enough to flip the invasion. What you got? You gonna play a Wandering Emperor on me? No. Okay. Dragon? Resolves? Wow. Okay. And this is their scrutiny turn, so they needed a reload. They got it. Now let's see what they can do with it. Another Union. I mean, you can gain a lot of life. In the long run, is that going to help you? Needs a farewell. Tap out. Good. Okay. Another Zergo Ojutai. Dragon. 6 face, 4 here, 2 triggers, and a transform. And we know very well that the opponent's going to be looking to wrath the board. So how do we keep the pressure right? Play with Fire is a pretty good card for going face, but there's so far to go. Let's take another Fable because I think the opponent's going to kill this one. Do we return carry to hand? No, we have to make it be an exile effect, right? Might also not return Zergo and Ojutai to hand because we have this. No, I think we return this. I think they're going to cast Farewell. This is a Farewell deck, and they need to cast a Farewell, right? It's not like I have another way to kill this at instant speed. It's not like I have Go for the Throat. And Devastator. Okay. Decline. Let's leave something power. Let's leave some power on the board. Give them a good reason to still sweep the board. There's the Farewell. 2 mana open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Resolve. Try for Fable. Resolve. Good. They just go for the Throat the carry or something. We can bounce the Fable for more value. Still a long way to go on the life total because of Union, but we are running them down on cards until the next scrutiny. That first scrutiny turn was so important for them. You always hope they don't draw it and have it in a spot like that where it's good. Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, do we want 2 instants or sorceries, or do we want to return the Fable? I think we'll take the instants and sorceries. And all we get's the Angel Fire, unfortunately. Carry, not the greatest there. If we had an invasion down, that would be a lot of value, but it was just the Fable. But now we do have something to discard to the Fable. Kind of bummed that we didn't hit another Play with Fire or the other Ignition. All right, we'll keep a hand of dragons. Cool. 3 mana open. 3 mana open, you say? Resolved nice and easy, didn't it? In that case, now there's a stick. Okay, so it's a removal spell. Hit. Bounce. Brotherhood's End. We still haven't seen a good use for that card in this deck, and I don't think we will, so I guess it's a land. But man, these hits off the top are brutal. But we do hit our land drop for turn. These things can matter. Really want to time like one of the last plays out of our hand to be Moonveil and Zergo Ojutai so we can draw 3. Play with Fire. Opponent holding open mana. Could be a counterspell. I think this is a good turn to go for Devastator Angel Fire on Reflection. Another March, huh? Yeah, let them gain their life. There you go. Does feel like a Wandering Emperor potentially, but we haven't seen a Wandering Emperor. Let's go for 4. The Play with Fire might be good to kill an Emperor. Damage. Okay, we've got a hit there. Oh yeah, there's the Mind Splice. But only 2 cards left. Only 2 cards left. Can we get this job done before they really go into the stratosphere? Jace, what you gonna do with that?
Hope is wasted. You
Draw.
cannot win.
No, there's my spells that I couldn't draw before. 25 cards in the deck. Let's go face. Face is the place. No. That's not it. 12 life. Ooh. See? There's 6 potentially open. What you got? Negate is not it. Zergo and Ojutai. Flight of Dragons. Why didn't they counter the invasion? Negate can counter an invasion, right? Did I miss something? We take those. Going first. Fable on the play. Easy. Curtains. Gross. Fable. Probably dies. The token probably dies, to be clear. So where's my dragons? I know I got this one, and I'm probably about to lose it. Nope, they miss a land drop. Hallelujah. Let's get rid of these lands. Warcrafting can take this out now, and if we hit a land, we can play it. Or we can get rid of the Bankbuster. They're not hitting lands. And right now I'm not afraid of the curtains. If they put more mana into it, that's okay. Actually, I think we just want to slam the Regent and give them something to deal with, as that's the best thing they could take with the curtains. Well, they didn't get to progress their board for playing that Edict. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, dragons. Let's go. Third land. Trespasser? Do I look like I'm scared of your Trespasser? Opponent might just swing with this Bankbuster. Haha, they're gonna do it. No blocks. It's a good read. They wanted to take the pressure off themselves, but you know, we're not making it that easy. Let's just end the Bankbuster. I mean, they can go for my 2-card hand. It's fine. They'll probably take the Warcrafting, but we'll draw a new card. That's a dragon. I mean, they're trying to keep it aggressive. Respect. Let's go face, since we have a dragon engine. Scry to bottom. Yep. Play this. Do we clone? Or do we play the Fable as well? I mean, it's 4 damage coming over. Use it while you got it. They can't take all this, can they? Wow. You say you don't know me. For life, nothing. Arcfiend. Go. Oh, wow. Just swing? Okay, dude. Are they just dead? If we take 7 here, if we take 8 here, are they just dead? Yeah, they're just dead. They're just going down swinging, I guess. If they kill this, I can bring it back, but I take 2? I guess that's still better. So I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I bring back the dragon engine and swing. I don't see the problem. Not sure what their line was or if they just decided they lost the game a while ago. Woo! Copy. Get him. You dead. You dead to first strike. Ah, mono black. Still good because red is so popular. And we are back for a quick post-game wrap and summing up Jeskai Dragons. I love Zurgo and Ojutai. I think the card is absolutely fantastic. The rest of the dragons around it, there might be a better shell, and maybe getting into 4 or 5 colors supplies a better support crew. I definitely didn't, I mean, I'm happy enough with Moonveil Regent and Dragon Engine, but I felt a power vacuum where those could have been better. Angel Fire Ignition was something I added after playing a couple of games to deal with mono red, and while it never really did the thing, just having it in the deck changes the way that you play a number of matchups, and I think I like it because most of the dragons don't have haste but are much more threatening when haste happens, and you end up going long more than you think you will because of Zurgo and Ojutai. That said, the deck does have draws that can just straight up win early with Invasion of Tarkir going face, and maybe there's a way to build better in that direction, a more aggressive list that can end games early more consistently. Kyrie the Swirling Sky, it felt bad that the one time you died I didn't get 2 spells off you and it made you look pretty bad. Shivan Devastator, always just kind of rough and off curve, but not a total disaster. Playing it for 2 mana against red and soldiers was occasionally a difference maker that let me survive into the mid game, whereas most other things wouldn't. Well, overall I'm curious what you would do with Jeskai Dragons and where I should take it from here. The thing I love the most is Zurgo, Ojutai, and Invasion of Tarkir. Those cards are very powerful. Of course, Fable is very powerful. Those cards combined make up a good shell. What we do around it, we will see. Maybe we'll revisit this deck in a month and see if we can make a better build. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next one. You're cool. CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of me, CGB, and you can get my unique Dragon Rider token and 5% off your entire order by using the code CGB5 at checkout. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this sweet dragon token. If you need singles for constructed or kitchen table play, and you want to pick up sealed product or the latest Magic accessories, remember to use the code CGB5 at checkout for 5% off and get my Dragon Rider token. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.